right, welcome back, everyone. So before we get started, why? Oh, hold on. Why is my thing freaking out? Oh, sorry, Firefox is being Firefox. Oh, it's just super small. Okay, hold on. There we go. It's like, right? I just got it set up. I just got it working. All right, so before we get started, a couple of announcements. So as we all know, November and December are already the scheduled Dragons domain with holidays and family, and even if you don't want to be a part of family, they're there anyway. So games games get difficult. But I'm taking this opportunity to actually take a large hiatus. I'm gonna do social media blackout for about a month or two, and yeah, so we won't be having a game until about January or February. During this hiatus, I'm gonna recharge my batteries for one, and work on other projects, including cracking down on writing because that's been eating at my soul. But most of all, I need the hiatus because I haven't really had a serious breaks even like since I graduated, but graduation wasn't a break either. It do be like that. So needless to say, long time coming. And then the goal is that January or February I'll slowly be reintroducing projects and commitments and stuff like that. So if there's anything that you want to make sure gets on the list to get done when I return, by all means message that to me. Like I know like emotes and stuff are on the list. But anyway, so I just want to let you guys know that this we're gonna bookmark it here and enjoy the holidays, and I'm gonna enjoy putting my phone down and fucking off for a couple of months. just
Sometimes
peace.
you just got to.
Yeah. And then of course, I will share pictures and stuff when I'm able to. But then yeah, I think that's the biggest announcement is just taking major break for a few months. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll into it. I need D100 rolls and a recap.
Well, there goes my streak of rolling high for these.
Want want.
I mean,
It's middle of the road.
yeah.
Did you see streak broken pop up in your HUD?
It was going killing spree, and then now it just goes lost the lead, tied for leader.
Oh, and that's what I was gonna say too. Even though I'll be going on a social media blackout and stuff like that, I encourage everyone to continue using the server and by all means use the voice chat to get together and do games and whatever the case is. It is there for you guys as a reminder. I just want to make sure you guys know that. All right. Who wants to do recap? Robin?
No. I'm alright. I'm okay this time. I didn't get a chance to actually review it, and also things were so emotionally tense. I think I'm gonna skip being the recap person and let somebody else say what happened. I would love to hear Bolu do it personally.
Okay. Let's do this.
Last time.
All right then. So, previously in this campaign, on our episode now retroactively titled Ruben's Roasting. So, Ruben decided to take action into his own hands and release Orin, the mage. He decided to do this by distracting Oleander with a very giant potato. A potato that then exploded. This devastated Oleander, and she's never quite been the same ever since. Let's see.
Just has a soft
yes.
spot for potatoes.
It was a waste of a good potato. And despite this allowed Orin to sneak away, but not only did Carvat was able to catch sight of him running away, but couldn't quite see the direction that he was going, due in part to the large explosion of potatoes. This led to a morning full of chewing out as Carvat, Oleander, and in a less aggressive way, Zenori proceeded to give him the dressing down of his life. If he was a sandwich, all of his toppings would have been removed, and he would have been just all bread, no wheat. Let's see. And this we had there was a lot of tension on the ride to the continued trip to Tirnalfheim. Lots of people not wanting to talk to each other. Lots of people just feeling like feelings had been hurt and trust had been broken. Oh yes, most importantly, our prisoner Maris, who did not escape after being stabbed multiple times, he proceeded to roll over when he didn't want to talk to people, and then he rolled over again when he didn't want to talk to people. We eventually arrived at sort of an outskirts city, one of Tirnalfheim, not quite into the main metropolitan area, a city called Esitoso. Zenori used his connections and his fame to get us a quick audience with the guards there. Ended up tossing Maris to them. He rolled away, upset in the distance.
Yes.
So the lead guard, Colgar, directed us to an inn by the name of the Promised Circle. It was a large, pleasant place, lots of food. Assad and Zunori are having a eating challenge to see who is the biggest dog in this group right now. It is not Assad because he is not a dog. Ruben offered to help in the kitchen, but he is not allowed to use magic. Part of his, you cannot use magic without asking permission first punishment. And Oleander discovered a notice board with a theater. She is uncertain if it's the theater that the memory priest Stremdry saw, but it's something worth looking into. And we ended off on a cliffhanger as Carvat decided to investigate. If he found anything, we don't know yet. And now, today's episode.
Get in, bitch, we're going shopping. That's what
If this was a real anime, now you would play the title sequence. We'd have to replay the last 5 minutes of our previous game and then start the title sequence.
No, it's just going to be Carvat saying, "I found it. It's." And then we go into the opening credits.
And then we start with not Carvat. That doesn't come up till next episode.
Oh yeah, no. Let's see what's going back on with Stremdry.
We cut back to someone's past.
Maris's backstory.
Maris.
We have a whole episode of
Maris.
Rolling down the grass hills of his childhood. All right. Well, fabulous. Bolu, go and give yourself a point of inspiration. As a reminder, you can only use that inspiration this session to give yourself or someone else advantage on a roll or re-roll a roll at any time. This does not carry over. Terms and conditions may apply.
Please keep your hands and feet inside the game at all times.
Yes. All right. Carvat. So as I see it, Oleander, I know, had turned in Hassad and Zunori are pretty up there. And, you know, of course, Ruben is working late in the kitchens. So as it stands, at least when we left off, I pictured you three still downstairs. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I
I
assume-
know I would for sure, right?
You are
Yeah.
definitely working late with the cook.
Mm. I think the last thing is that Nat has discovered we were going to the theatre, so it was the whole thing.
Got real excited.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's fine.
It's
It's not like Carvas trying to do anything secretive from the group. He was just trying to, you know, get what information he can from the people, other people in the bar about what's going on. So I was hoping to join like a game of darts or pool or cards or something.
So, based off of your last investigation roll, and then per equipment we have on hand, you see a group that looks promising, that they're not necessarily hooligans, they're not necessarily uptights. They definitely seem like a group of hard workers that are just unwinding for the night, and you see them doing this over a game of dice.
Getting that EGIF.
Yes, exactly. They
Started
do.
with
They
happy
are at
hour.
a rather. They are at a larger table that just so happens to have a couple extra chairs.
I'll get a round of drinks and walk over and place them down and say, "Room for one more?"
Hassad, Tsunori, are you two joining him or?
No, I'm face down in food.
Just
Someone
face
wants
down,
to
his
win.
bird just circling the top of his head, just like theater.
Amazing.
Instead of
Oh.
his normal grabbing the food, he's like gleefully prancing to get his food.
Being all gentlemanly about it.
Also, I have to say that I like how Carvat's opening gambit is, let me spend some more money.
Hey, yeah, how did he meet you guys? What I don't know what you expected here.
What is the one note Ruben wrote?
I do also want to state for the record that people are giving dropping coins in front of Zunori for Natter's performance.
I'm dancing on him while he's eating. It is.
And on that note, you set the tray of drinks, and the guys actually are pretty happy that you came up, and they're like, "What is the deal with your bird over there? He's just the greatest. That is amazing. Did you guys teach him that, or is that something he just knows?"
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. I only met that bird like yesterday.
And they're like, "Oh, we could watch that all night." And they're like, "But
He's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
come in and join us."
Oh, thanks. Yeah, what are we playing? What's going on? It doesn't really matter. Carvide will just he doesn't. It's not really trying to make money. Obviously, he's just playing the game to, like for camaraderie more than anything else.
But I'm gonna say, for the sake of the camaraderie, we are gonna actually play a game. It'll
Okay.
essentially be one round Yahtzee, so to speak.
All right. How do you want to do that? Just roll 6 dice.
Um,
66. Or what? what's Yahtzee?
5d6.
Is it 5?
Yep, 5d6, and then you get a chance to re-roll dice twice.
All right. So I can like keep some of them.
Yeah. And you
Not
can type
great.
which ones you keep before you re-roll the rest.
Not a great roll. I'll just keep the 6. And roll 4 more. How many times can I re-roll?
Twice.
Twice.
Terrible. Could have had a straight. I'll keep the 6 again. And roll one more time. Just all of them. Whoop, that was D4s. And again. Alright, I got 2 pair and a 6.
You earned a whistle out of one of the guys. They're like, well, we thought the dice were hating you tonight, but, nice.
Turned that last corner just barely.
Alright. First guy goes. Yeah, he's going for it. He's gonna go for the straight.
All you need is a 3.
On. His buddies are all hyping him up. Like, come on, you do it.
Come on, Marty.
So good.
Oh. You blew it again, Marty.
And then guy number 2 goes, and while he's going, dude number 1's like, so whereabouts you from? I don't think we've seen you guys here before. Definitely would have noticed the bird.
Yeah, I mean, the bird's pretty awesome. We're heading a little bit further into the city, but we just got into town. We're coming by way of Tretham. And yeah, honestly, I was just looking for a cool group that seems to know what's going on and looking for something to do.
And they're like, well, I mean, you looking for work, or?
I mean, we're working technically, so not necessarily, but our escort is, a fan of the arts. I mean, plus look at that bird. Like, he's ready for the theater. Wasn't sure if you knew anything going on in town that might be interesting.
It's like, yeah, the theater definitely hits the top of the list, especially with those Jeptuniers. They just... the other guy kind of giggles. He's like, you can say they make waves.
Nice.
Good with Marty.
Let's see here. Oh shoot, let me get all my notes. 2 seconds. Yeah, one of the guys is like, "Your go, you got it."
Oh, Jesus. Gotta turn off roll 20.
What happened?
It like blew up real loud in my ear.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Who's to be there? If due day is Marty.
All right, you guys are gonna hear. He's gonna rattle off a couple of different things. He's gonna be like, "Oh, the Nerziel's games are going on. There's a harvest festival." And they're just gonna be like sitting there thinking, I mean, yeah. And then, I just had it. And he's like, but it's been kind of hard to get these, they really go and enjoy these events because that, this damn cult keeps running around and mucking things up.
There's a cult? Does that have to do? I saw something on our way into town about like a wizard or something that's like abducting people.
Roll an insight real quick.
Sure. Insight. Oh, I'm not bad at that. Thank God. Boom. Not linked. New computer. I rolled a 22.
Okay.
I was like, wait, why didn't it go? What happened? Oh yeah, I got a new computer. It's so much better. I can actually roll dice now again and have more than one Google window open.
And technically run multiple computers on the same system and no dice slowage at all.
Yeah.
So OP.
It's a little OP for rolling dice, but it'll do the trick.
Alright. And they're like, well, yeah, there's a cult, but yeah, that figure, that guy, the insight you glean is they generally don't know much. They also have only heard whispers and rumors. But what they have heard scares them.
That's separate from the cult?
Yes, separate from the cult. Where the cult is very forthcoming about their extremes and actions and stuff like that. On the sideline, there's this cloaked figure running around, just causing mayhem. Like, not even causing mayhem, just like sneaking in and sneaking out, and all of a sudden a person's gone.
Yeah.
And
Carvado will see that this is bringing a downer to the table, so he'll get another round of drinks going.
All right. Are you gonna go, man? Like, they're excited. You won the first round. They got some competition
let's
finally.
go. I will. We can keep playing. I wasn't just one and done. Sorry, I didn't realize you were waiting for me. All right, I'll keep the 2 5s. Reroll 3 dice.
Nice.
Keep the 3 5s. And reroll 2 dice. Stick with 3 of a kind.
Still good. Still good.
Mm-hmm. So while we're playing the second round, he'll go back to something a little bit lighter for a minute and just what are these said Unerziel's games?
And they'll be like, oh yeah, you haven't. Oh man, those are so fun. It's just like they'll a lot of times it'll be fighter versus fighter, or you get those druids in there, and the druids will just shapeshift in the middle of the fights, and the winners. It's nice because like no one dies, and the winners of course take home a pretty penny or pretty gold for their winnings. And if there's if they sorry, that was wrong dice.
On that one.
I guess so.
Loaded dice.
All right. Ooh.
4 2s.
4 2s. Oh, sorry, I realized I did not send that last message. There we go. 4 2s. And then you just, like, at this point, all his friends... And there's a couple more guys that are around the table. They're just not actively playing. but they will. And they're like, and if you show enough honor and prowess on the battlefield, Nerziel himself might take you as his disciple. He's like, that's the biggest reason a lot of people enter.
Oh, sorry, like I said, small town, but who's in Urziel?
They're gonna be like, he's one of the biggest generals for the Ardrai. But he's definitely is the coolest. He's got a couple of different generals, but they all, a couple of them have anger management issues, and they're like, yeah, one of them just got himself arrested because he just rampaged all over the Dark Realm. Florvican wins.
Nice. Well, that's not interesting. So, I guess third game. Go back to something darker. So what's this, you said some cult's been causing problems? What have they been up to?
So they're extreme followers of the Ardrai. Another guy's like very extreme. And they essentially detest anything that doesn't involve the Ardrai. So like Nerziel's games. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to pop up there. And he's like, because the past couple of times that, you know, any of the higher-ups have come down for an event, and they're like, yeah, one of the memory priestesses came down, so Zawona was her name, and they just essentially filled the entire event area with paint and sewage and whatever they could. Definitely ruins that beautiful dress she had on, but yeah, but I mean, you know, she wasn't the Ardrai, and everyone was worshipping her in that moment, and they had a problem with it. Evidently.
Yeah, they sound at least annoying at best.
The suspicion is that they're, I mean, you know, of course we only hear so much from all the way down here, but the suspicion is that either they are high-class citizens, or what they're doing down here is just playing games compared to what they're actually doing. You know what? This dude's gonna go on track with what he tried to do before and try and go for another straight.
He's all in.
And flopped. He's got a pair of sixes.
Being better my pair of fours.
Yeah.
I like that my other 3 dice were a 1, a 6, a 3, and then a 1, a 3, and a 6. Jerks.
Is he gonna break the streak of pairs? Yes. Yes, he does. Oh no! It's a 3-way tie.
Well, the highest set would be with the winner, right?
No, Dude B got 2 pair.
Oh. Yeah, 2 pairs. Oh, yeah.
Did we figure out a name for Dude B yet?
I was thinking
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff. I like that.
Alright, this will be the deciding round.
All right, one more round. I don't really have anything else that I was trying to figure out. So, unless as they drink more, they loosen up a little bit more about the wizard. I don't think there was anything else I was trying to find out. In fact, to that end, I'll buy another round of drinks before we start this game. So 3 rounds.
Go ahead and roll a nice persuasion.
A nice persuasion?
Oh,
Yes.
Is that with advantage or without?
I was gonna say, do I get advantage then? With all these drinks?
You may.
Ooh. I forgot I had so much money. I could have been buying better stuff for these.
You've forgotten
randos.
that you have so much money.
So much money.
Whoa.
That's
Okay. You can play.
Let's see. 1, 2. You know what? We'll go for the classic gambit of a straight. Keep the. And just reroll.
Dun dun dun.
Meanwhile, Natters is like in a full rendition now. Like does a little spin towards Oleander, picks up their hand, gives a little like peck on the hand, and then does a little split kick away.
I'm just gonna watch enraptured.
As Oleander just further and further just believes, I would die for this bird.
You know what? This dude also is like me and straights. We have a thing. You definitely successfully got them loosened up.
I mean, you really can't do worse than the pair of ones I got, so.
Ah, bust. Another pair of ones.
You can, however,
Not
do
worse.
the same.
Oh no!
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna go for a straight as well.
And in a kind of joking and lighthearted way, but you can tell there's a kernel of truth to it. One of the guys was like, "Yeah, why don't you just ask your armored friend over there? I bet he knows more about wizards than he's letting on." Takes another swig.
Wait, which armored?
Yeah. And then all the guys just go, roll off, roll off. Go ahead and roll a d20. We would go with the next highest, but these guys are drunk right now, so
What? Roll a d20?
just a base d20.
Different.
And
I'll
Marty
send you
is the
money on
winner.
Marty!
Marty.
Marty screams his own name in triumph. Marty!
They of course invite you to continue staying and, of course buying them drinks and the whole 9 yards.
Sure. Yeah, he'll keep playing games, but that was really the interactions that I wanted.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. Hassad and Zunori and Oleander. What's going on at your table? Anything going on?
Me and Hassad should totally roll to see who finishes first.
So
Base
I
20.
will. I'm gonna make it a little bit more difficult for you guys. Okay.
What?
Well,
Uh-oh.
I need 3 base 20s from each of you.
3 base 20.
All right, Hassan. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Let's do this.
Promise I didn't poison you this time.
Zunori, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Let's see if my rolls are in favor. Saving throw. There. Yeah. Oh wow. Look at that shit.
So Hassan is definitely looking green around the neck fur, green around the mane. At this point, definitely drunk, definitely overate, not looking too good, but still semi-conscious. You, however, are fine.
So Hassan just sort of slaps Zenori's back and goes, you know, Z-Man, alright. You ever think about this? If I wasn't me, I'll be someone else. Mind-blowing, ain't it?
Zenori stares off into the distance in deep contemplation. You're totally right. You're totally right. I have to give it to you, though. You had a bigger plate than me.
You know, I have to give it to you. Proportionally speaking, they're probably the same size.
I'll take it.
You
win for the team.
man.
Can we get an Oleander POV, please?
Oh, I'm completely ignoring them. I'm like quite literally just watching Natters. Like if they lean towards me at all, I'm like just kind of like lightly pushing them away, like shh.
I'm trying to watch.
It's like an anime sequence where there's just a spotlight on Natters and he's getting showered with coins.
And flowers
He's
came
reveling.
up. You don't know who brought flowers, but there's flowers all over the place. There's also
Yeah.
bits of bread and buns laying around because people were throwing food at him. Like, have some snacks. Definitely the star of the tavern night, for sure.
So Hassan's just going to look around and ask, wait a minute. Wasn't this like for some kind of, what's that word? Challenge or something? Did we win? Did I
No.
win? Did I lose?
We all won in one regard or another, I think.
Right. Check out the brain on Z-Man. Right, we are all winners. Is that my tail?
You're not a dog.
That's too funny.
I'm gonna call for it. Would it be wisdom? Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Would it be with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yes, it would
I
be.
I feel like I'm impeded. Let's try this. Well,
Nailed it.
Checks out. Because of your level of drunk.
I think it said didn't even need the disadvantage. Either one of those is fine.
It's tight quarters. You are drunk, and you're definitely bumping things around. But luckily, the crowd is around Natters, and you are starting to chase and try and catch your own tail.
hey, come back, you. Come over there. Almost got you.
Oh god, he's gonna get the spins again.
No, I'm not trying to go upstairs. I know it's only 3 spins.
And at some point in the night, the chef does come out and like kind of look at what remains of the plates, and he's like, "Well, I'll be damned." He's like, "Y'all's tab is on me tonight," and just walks back into the back.
Nice.
Did you hear that, Assad? We won!
He won? Oh, another victory for the good guys! And Assad just falls flat on his back.
Facade is not a dog. Okay, that's gone down in the notes.
Well, Hassad is chasing his tail. Carvon has a little piece of glass. He's trying to use it as a prism to like make little lights dance on the floor too.
Wait, is that the star?
I will allow a performance check.
Oh. Performance.
Facade, you may match, if you wish, with a charisma save.
Oh, I should have advantage because I'm so drunk.
Whoa.
Got courage, you know. No, I'll roll regular. Oh no. It's gonna be one of those days. That is the sun.
Realize at this point you have all of the tavern keeps just on the floor holding their sides.
Hold on. Look. And Hassad will point towards the wall and as if it's the prettiest lady in the tavern say, "For you, I'm gonna catch that." And he's just gonna start pawing at the lights that the Carvat is waving around.
I think for the finale of Nadders' little performance, he like picks up a knife with his wing and starts play like theater fighting with Zunori, and he like plays along and goes, "Rah, I shall fell you, little fool," and like has a little play fight with him, and then pretends to stab him, and he like holds the knife under his wing, and he's like has like a big dramatic like death and stuff.
Nice.
And they're just gonna be like, "Bravo, bravo, encore, amazing."
Hold on, I ain't caught it yet.
One of the local ladies, who does seem, like pretty ornately dressed, albeit pragmatically, and of course has an entourage of equally well dressed yet pragmatically dressed individuals. And you do see like some smears and smudgeons of leftover makeup, and they're like, "That was absolutely amazing." They drop a half dozen tickets in your hand, Zunori, as you're laying on the ground. Hold on 2 seconds. All those names suck. Where'd she go? She was right here. And they're like, "You should go talk to Liz Lot at the theater."
Well,
I'm sure she would love to see you too.
I kind of like looking at it and like, well, look, you got the attention of the night. I think Nadders would be like, exactly like that meme that was just posted. He's like gleamed eyes, big wide eyes, like.
Just like somebody noticed me. This is so
Mattress has finally been discovered.
This is his big break.
This is the start of Natter's novella. Going on
Yep.
as a theater star.
I second this. I accept this headcanon.
It is written.
All right, one more thing before at least Parvat turns in. He's gonna talk to the bartender, I guess, and just say, "Hey, could I get like a meal or something nice to bring up to my friend's room? He's gonna be working for a while yet, I think, and want to make sure he has something nice waiting for him when he's done."
The barkeep goes, "Yeah, absolutely. I'll have it sent up as soon as it's done."
Great. I mean, not because he's the one. He's probably gonna make it, but I don't know. I just want to make sure he has some food.
I won't tell him if you don't.
He's been in a weird place, so yeah. Probably a nice cold glass of like milk or something too.
That scrawny kid in the back, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, that one.
He does seem
I
like
think
he's been through it rough.
And I think he'll just keep working if we. And he might forget. I think. I want to make sure he's got something.
Well, we'll send it up as soon as he's done with it, whether or not he knows it.
Thank you.
And they're like, but you might need to get some help to get your friend upstairs. I suggest you ask people now before, because people are going to start heading out here soon.
I'll go back to the dice guys, the dicing crew, and I'll say, all right, one more beer for whoever can get these two idiots up the stairs the fastest.
All right. Oh, so two of them successfully get Tsunori up, and like Natters is like trying to help and like kind of tugging and trying to fly. But the last three of them try to help Hassad up and get him upstairs, whether by Hassad's or the guys. It was definitely a show in itself.
Hassad keeps trying to go in circles on the stairs. It's not working.
No, I'm telling you. Take a left at the banister.
You take a left.
Two
A
more
left, right
times.
here. Wait, a right, left. No.
Wait,
No.
what's right again?
Was it a left, right here, or was the right, left? No.
You think if anyone knew what was right around here, it would be an enforcer, right? Oh, I'm not gonna feel well in the morning.
Do I see that this is happening? Can I?
Yes, you do.
Can I use my unseen servant to like help push him up the stairs, like lead him in the right direction?
You absolutely may, and I won't even make you roll for it because you are definitely the most competent in the house tonight. So
while
eventually
they're doing
everyone
that,
manages to get Hassad up there. You guys can't confirm. You tried to do a head count, but at some point you guys keep losing count. There may be one of the dice guys under Hassad as he's passed out, but you know.
You win some, you lose some.
I'll leave an order for something like a little bit stronger at the bar for those guys too.
Well, they certainly appreciate
Just all of them.
it.
Yeah.
They definitely communicate their affection for you for your company.
I'm
The
hoping,
company
yeah,
keeps company.
for good thoughts, but they don't remember my face is what we're going for here. So, just like that guy, that sort of shape, he was good, right? Do you remember what he looked like?
What was his name?
Amazing.
Arl?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, so you guys all make it up to your room. Zunori and Hassad are sharing their own room, so there is a train going through that room every few seconds. Couple of trains. You guys also slipped in a couple of buckets too, and just kind of like quietly close the door. Oleander, you have a room of your own. And then Carvat and Ruben, you two are sharing the third room. Yeah, Carvat, eventually along the way, you hear, downstairs start to get a lot quieter as people start clearing out. And eventually, Ruben finally makes his way upstairs.
Carvat's actually gonna, like, climb up on the roof of the inn and just sort of rest up there.
Oh, okay. Never mind, then you don't see Ruben going.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ruben just thinks he has a room to himself.
And that's what Ruben wanted.
It's a win-win!
Yeah. Why are there two? Oh, whatever.
One of the beds
Sometimes
just
you
has a spread of food that you recall making.
Did I make this? Oh, no.
Why is this here?
Carvat just left a note that just says, eat this, then sleep.
Feels a little Alice in Wonderlandish.
It doesn't say eat me.
Would you trust the food that's labeled "eat this"?
I
Eat
said
this?
dish.
Is it signed by Cravat?
No.
No
he would-
signature. Just eat this and sleep.
Written in blood.
He ran out of ink.
Yeah, he's like, well, I don't have a pen on my immediate person, so...
Since Ruben prepared it, he'd like pick at a few things that he knew were like would still be good. But I have no idea what I made. It was tavern food, and it's been up there for like 3 hours. So...
I was hoping to get it at like the end of the night, so it would be at least sort of fresh.
Yeah.
And
imagine
part of
there's
it
at
is
least, like-
definitely that the tavern stew that's been stewing for months and months and months, and they just keep adding stuff to it.
Right, yeah, that's how you get the flavor. And then
That's
some
how
like
you get the
bread with butter on
flavor.
it.
Organic.
Yeah, I'd probably quite literally take some like bread or tact and probably like a little butter or something.
Maybe some like hard cheese or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and just stick with that, and then just go to bed, and definitely not drink the milk that's been out for a little bit. I unfortunately don't have purified food and drink like some of our other compatriots.
Hey, I mean, Carvat was trying. He was a little drunk and he's not great at trying, so...
Well, no, Ruben doesn't know who's doing this.
I know.
Yeah, he doesn't know who's doing this, so
Yeah.
he's just
Suspicious.
Well, yeah, I would imagine he's tired.
Well,
He's
but-
tired,
Yeah,
that's
so
suspicious.
that would be the question. That would be the question. So you just worked an entire shift.
Yeah.
You are definitely tired and exhausted. Does your desire to eat sustenance outweigh your suspicion? We can find this out by, I would say, make 2 rolls. Roll
Sure.
an insight and a constitution.
Ah, Ruben's
Insight
great at
says
insight.
you're more. Insight says you're more suspicious, and Constitution says you are more hungry.
Oh, it's like a self-contested roll?
I'm very paranoid.
Yeah, Piers really paranoid. You're a scarred boy. You saw how they wash their dishes. You're scarred.
Yeah, I just take out some of my good berries and I just eat one. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to bed.
Back of house trauma right there.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, good berry gives you enough sustenance for the entire day. Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a senzu bean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Limus
limus
bread.
bread.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll
Alright.
definitely take note of it, wonder who the heck this is from, but he'll just go to bed and maybe eat some cheese or something.
Alright, why don't you all give me D20 rolls?
Ooh.
Just straight D20.
Yeah.
Natural 20, 15.
Well, we almost had it in descending order, but
I know. I was
Alright.
watching that.
Rude.
That was satisfying
Dang
up till the end.
Nori, you're out.
I am dead.
12, 14, 15. Oh my god, we almost had it straight. If it wasn't for Hassad.
whoops.
12, 13, 14, 15, 19. Come on now. How dare. This is the order in which you guys wake up, starting with Oleander.
Oh, damn.
The lowest first.
Damn, Hassad.
This
Wakes
track.
up straight into the bucket.
You ever sleep at a 45-degree angle?
One of those times where you gotta sleep with like one foot just hanging off the bed on the floor.
and
Make
the
sure
other
it's
with
tight.
the other one of your hands just like needs to be practically in the bucket, not to your knowledge actually in the bucket, just so that way it's literally within arm's reach. If you move your hand away, the bucket's gone forever.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Having
All
the,
this
having
happened.
the hand, having the hand in the bucket reminds me of God, was it? You know the play school joke, but putting him in a warm. Yeah. Thing is.
Zenori's over on the side snoring his head off.
In my head, as quite frequently the group mom, it's very common practice to just empty out a little bathroom trash can, slide it right beside him, put their hand on the bucket, like there it is, and they'll be like, and then when they do wake up in an hour and spill their contents, the bucket's right there.
Let's clean up.
Right? See that yet? Yep, that's how you do it right there.
I just double checked. But since I'm
okay.
the first one up, I'm gonna go find one of the drunkies. I don't care which one, just one of them.
You find... Wait, one of the drunkies?
The two that are hungover.
They're both just in the same bed.
Oh, well that makes it easier. So I just googled it, that's why I was... my Purify food and drink can actually be used to remove the toxins from a hangover, so I'm gonna unhangover the two idiots.
Nice.
Well, you successfully managed to heal them with the power of caring. But Hassad is definitely going to take more time to recover and actually wake up than Zunori. Zunori essentially snaps right up after you do that.
Well, damn. Okay.
Ah, yes, this takes me back. Slurps on drink. And then he realizes that there's like 6 tickets and a really, really happy Natters just staring at the tickets, staring at Zenori.
He's actually just like holding on to the tickets himself, just vibrating.
And then he kind of like like accounts the night. And he's like, oh, the theatre thing. Oh, kind of like rumbling. I wish my mother never took you to that. Took you to that opera.
Sir, that performance was glorious, for starters. 2, we just saved a whole bunch of money because we needed to go to the theater today anyways.
This is true. This is absolutely true. Then he kind of pats Natters on the head and he's like, I don't regret it for a second, buddy. Don't even worry.
Oleander, roll me a perception real quick.
Okay. I'm still upset about the potatoes.
You are definitely still upset about the potatoes, but you succeeded.
I didn't do anything.
Really, those potatoes personally.
I'm traumatized over the waste of potato.
It's spud trauma. It really is.
Question: will Oleander ever recover?
Maybe a really, 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 really good baked potato might help you recover, but it would have to be really good, like orgasmically good, foodgasm good.
True. New potato memories to replace the old ones. I see.
Exactly. All right. So, after getting Zenori and Natters stirring, and you see Hassad is just kind of like rumbling and tossing and turning and like trying to wake up, but you did your job. It's just he's got to go through the motions of waking up. You realize you still hear snoring. It's not coming from either of them. The dice guys is under Hassad's side of the bed.
Oh, Hassad. Can
He's
I
curled
take
up in a loaf.
my quarterstaff and attempt to use it as like a lever to like roll Hassad off of the dice guy?
I will allow a strength check, yes.
Oh god, okay.
Right.
This is not going to go well.
You can do it.
I have -1 on strength, okay?
I mean, Zenori's
I
there,
am
right?
not strong.
Yeah, Tsunori, do you want to help?
Tsunori fell back asleep.
Oh no! Do it.
Goodbye, Tsunori.
He did.
He's dead.
I wasn't serious earlier. You can still play with us.
He's with us in spirit?
Oh no, Bolu, do you still have your Ouija board?
No, I'm the one who's summoned by the Ouija board.
The
Oh,
power stone.
yeah.
I have it.
Well, I guess you're not
no
getting
one's
any
helping
help.
Yeah, I guess no one's helping Jeff.
Yeah.
Maybe if Natter sat on my quarterstaff with me. I'm just sitting on the opposite end trying to hope I outweigh Hassad.
I just had to
Like
step
a
out for a second. Did I
seesaw.
miss something?
Oh,
Yes. I'm trying to lever Hassad off of the dice guy with my quarterstaff, but I don't exactly weigh a ton and I have 0 strength. So,
Oh.
are you helping me use my quarterstaff as like a lever to free this this individual.
I'll show you this trick I learnt back in the Dark Realm. I reach over and grab Hassan by the scruff, like the back of his neck, and just kind of like gently lift.
And as if by magic, Hassan's entire body contorts to be able to follow wherever his scruff is being led.
Well, ain't that handy?
Definitely not a weakness we want advertised.
It's definitely one I'm gonna take advantage of at some point.
All right. Let's go ahead and before we see what Carbon's up to and Sassad slowly comes to, let's go ahead and take a bio break real quick. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I got you for 5 minutes.
Playtime with the Bolu saw.
Scrub it real good. All right, we are back.
Purge the mainframe.
Before I forget, I want to do something pretty much as I like collect myself, and I'm gonna send a sending spell to my grandfather and say, update on current situation. Arrived at, is it Essetos? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Essetos.
Two
Found
seconds.
Morris.
Two seconds.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Okay, start again. Sorry.
Update on current situation. Found Morris. Arrived in Esitoso. Natters is going to the theatre. We'll update further upon more pressing matters. That's pretty much it. It's hard to do that in 25 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So update on current situation. Found Mars. Arrived in Esitoso. Natters is going to the theater. We'll update further upon more pressing matters. That rhymes.
Oh, it does.
You get a quick send back that says, your update is noted. Will relocate Morris for questioning. Proud of Natters. Bugged me for years. Safe travels.
Stuff. I'll walk over to Hossard and say, do we still feel like we're winning? Looking a bit groggy himself.
I mean, Hassan's apparently still very low on the who wakes up totem pole right now, so...
Yeah.
But you said everyone's a winner.
Screaming, I'm a winner.
Just like mumbles in their sleep, I'll get you.
Still held
Take
up
me
like by the
forever,
screw.
tail.
My tail's not a dog. Shut up, you. Oh, all right. Karma, what are you doing this morning?
Carvat climbs down from the roof and will find Oleander, I guess, and say, "Oh, I did find out that the theater production there is the one that I think it's the only one going on, but that's the Jeptoneers. I think that's the one we're looking for. Unless there's another Jeptoneer theater crew with it, that seems unlikely."
Probably not. I mean, like, I don't know how common Japanese are around here.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen too many, so I would imagine it's the same one. But yeah, that should be it. And it sounds like we already got an inn, maybe some tickets. So this is all working out pretty nice.
And I do just want to state for the record, no, it's not that serious. The theater show is at sunset, so you guys still do have a full day.
Well, I guess while we're in town, I think, I definitely need some better armor. After getting just absolutely wrecked by that dude, we need some better protection.
Right, I think I'm probably there with you.
Why don't we get breakfast going, and we'll wait for the rest of the crew to get up in case they want to come with us.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Carval will go up and order a round of breakfast for the crew. I don't know if drink or food is worse for Sunori and Hassad at this point, but which one's more scarring?
Hair of the dog that bit you.
Alright, so you do manage to, get breakfast started, and they start prepping places, and they actually made a little place, and they have like a little, it looks like it's supposed to hold like either napkins or utensils in it or whatever, but they kind of like, glued it to the table, or like attached it to the table, so it's a little stand, and they got a little bowl out for natters.
Nice.
Sonori will just kind of like grab his plate, say to Kavat and the bartender, "You guys are godsends," and goes over to the table and just mauls food.
Note that there are jugs of hot bean juice. And, eventually, Ruben, you do also wake up. What are you up to?
So Ruben would get up and start kind of just taking the food that he has in the room that's a bit old. And he'll just start with the bean, the leftover stew. And he'll take a bit of it and pour it into, like, actually, you know what? He'll probably just take the milk that he had, and he'll alter the structure of it so that it turns into hot bean juice. And I'm going to be casting a spell.
Okay. Pop that into roll 20 for me.
Where is... So he's going to be casting Gift of Alacrity on himself. Oops. Nope, wrong button.
Okay.
I did it 3 times. But yeah, he'll cast Gift of Alacrity on himself. And he also has to get ready. He'll just kind of go downstairs and get some fresh fruit from the kitchen, and probably
You see different faces working in the morning, and they actually do not let you back into the kitchen.
okay. Then if he can't go into the kitchen, he'll probably then go back to that old food and just start messing with it to make it into fresh fruit.
Carvado will call Ruben when he comes downstairs and just be, "Ruben, there's food over here. Come eat."
I need to get ready for today.
What are you doing? We're going shopping. Do you need anything?
I do need some stuff.
Well, if you're gonna keep working, just give us a list so we can pick it up for you.
No, I'm not working today. I just need to get, God, I need to do something with those stones that we have earlier.
Oh,
If we
yeah.
could maybe find a potion shop or an enchantment shop, we could like, be able to use what I found, or at least sell them off so that we can get some more money. But other than that, I'm just trying to make some fruit.
All right.
I just
Well,
need some time.
come find us when you're ready to head out. We'll be waiting. We're still waiting
Yeah.
for Hassad to wake up too, so no rush.
Ruben will go check on Hassad.
Walks in to find a cat facing 3 different directions.
Richelle, you're muted.
Oh, I was. I actually started. I was like, so you walk in the room and you find, and then Chris said what he did. So it unmuted. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You said it way better than I did. But yeah, you see Hassad surprisingly spry and limber, facing 3 different directions. But you see he's starting to like stir awake. But you also still hear some very loud snoring, and you can't tell if that's just Hassad purring or what. You don't know yet. But yeah.
Wow, this bed was really comfy.
Hassad, we're heading out to go shopping. You want to join?
Yeah, right, I could go for some shopping. Been meaning to patch up this arm of mine. It's gotten a bit dented recently. Do I see the sleeping the smushed dice man, or do I just assume that he's part of the very comfortable bed?
I think he got levered out.
You got right.
No, I tried to lever Hassad off of him.
I know Zenori lifted me up by the scruff of my fur, so.
That dude is still pressed in there. All I can think of, you know when the Family Guy scene where Peter rolls off of Lois?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're just completely even ignoring that he's there. Just gonna say, "Oh, I feel great." Oh, still got this bucket. You want it, Ruben?
No, I don't need a bucket. Well, I'm sure that somebody else will come and clean it up.
Right.
Here, you know what? I can at least make that look prettier. He'll go over and just change it to like a rainbow color with I think it's prestidigitation. It also might be shape water. It's one of those. I know one of those 2 changes colors of liquids. Now they'll have something that might actually make them curious about life. Anyway,
made some really tough stuff. I mean, after all that food, and look at me, ain't even hungover.
You've created a monster.
That's on brand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are pretty big. I was surprised that the chef didn't cut you guys off at a certain point.
Well, you know, I'd like to think that maybe one day you'll learn about this, Ruben, but any good chef sees a challenge and they want to meet it. And clearly, Zenori and I, we were the challenge. And we clearly came out on victorious.
Do I hear this?
No, they're upstairs. We're
Oh, I thought they were downstairs.
Upstairs.
Let his overconfidence be the fall of him later. I can handle this.
Alright, let's Ruben will go like quickly to the room and just grab like a handful of old food and then just start screwing with it. to make it not food. Well, I mean, still food, but magical
Different
food.
food.
Yeah, different food.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, I can't
can't
believe it
believe it.
wasn't.
Such a good song.
Can't believe it's not old meat.
Yeah, he'll probably turn. Yeah, he'll probably turn the meat into like some beans or something. They're close enough.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, mushrooms.
And if anyone has ever seen the 13th Kingdom and has seen that swamp scene with the mushrooms, you in the head going the song, yeah, it's the whole thing. You're welcome. That's bad.
So I'm gonna approach the group and I'll pull out the bag that contains all the different gems and stuff, and I'll start to explain what each of these things are. So we have 3 diamonds, 2 tiger eyes, 3 quartz, and this really large aquamarine. So to explain to what these do, I'm not really sure, but I have a general idea of what each one has a almost like purpose of what they can have the possibility of. Essentially, a diamond will cause purpose, maybe clarity or ideation. A large tiger eye can potentially increase balance, insight, or strength.
This would be outside of your realm of knowledge.
Really?
It's not food.
Not even
You
just a
studied
general
food,
idea of what it is?
Not mages. Yep, you studied food, not that kind of magic.
Fine.
So
You're
you just
wrong
sort of,
with me.
we just know that they're magical and
Oh.
can be used for potions.
You know who would have been a
Essentially.
great
Maybe.
rock mage? Or in.
Ha!
I have the ability to identify if we want to do anything.
Yes,
I mean-
yeah, so identify would just figure out that, yeah, that really is a
The
tiger's
properties.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't eat these guys, so I assure you.
They're definitely magical, though.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, we can just take them somewhere and either sell them or get them converted, right?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be best just to liquefy these.
Just like
The
grind them
Rip.
up and put some alcohol in them or something.
What?
What? Water?
What would liquefy into?
Oh, yeah, otherwise you gotta like snort it, right?
Oh, hold on. Ruben, you're not using these to make some form of illegal drug, are you? I mean, it's a slippery slope. One day you're making food, next day you're making smack. And then next thing you know, jaywalking without a permit.
You need a permit to jaywalk?
In my city, you do.
Fun IRL fact: tiger's eye actually contains asbestos, so I wouldn't recommend snorting it.
It's okay. I already worked in asbestos buildings. Snorting it can't be that bad for you at that point, right?
Yeah.
Famous last words.
I mean, luckily
Anyway.
mesothelioma takes a while.
So what's where do we go first?
Well, I need some armor and maybe a new dagger, but I think mostly armor.
Right. I was also
Ye-
thinking maybe we could go find the local smithy. I've been meaning to patch up my suit and maybe get a few less chips in my sword.
And then some sort of potion shop or alchemist or something for these gems.
Oh, actually, I've got to whisper you something, Richelle.
Dun dun dun. I didn't do it. Oh wait, what? Okay.
We all know it was you.
Assad, if you have a minute, I actually want to talk to you about maybe a potential business investment. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to do over the summer, and I feel like this might be a good idea.
Business, you say? Well, my family does know quite a bit about business. Maybe I can lend an ear.
So I'm thinking about maybe opening up. Remember like the cover story that you had for me of like becoming a food vendor?
Right. Robin, yeah.
I really like that that idea, and I think I want to try to pursue that, and maybe buy us a cart that we can drag around as wherever we're going.
Right, make us a bit less conspicuous as we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sounds like a good cover story. It's something that would draw attention away from any prying eyes, make you think that okay, there's nothing going on. But why all this right now?
I don't know. It's just something to do. I feel like I'm a bit lost right now with what to do. I mean, I can't even go back to school with what happened, and I need to. I just want to do something. I want to get back to cooking.
I guess you feel like, just want to get back to where things were at their simplest, right? Just
Yeah, where kind of just things made sense.
I can get that, but you really don't want to go back to school. I mean, what about your education? Wasn't that so important to you? Just mastering your craft and all?
I mean, I do want to go back to school, but we're on break.
All right,
This is also, I've never had 85 gold before.
Well, if it'll help you feel like you're getting your head on a bit straight, I'd gladly lend some gold over to your little project. And of course, got to do it for, well, can't quite say you're my deputy anymore because, but still.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the name that I was thinking for it, and Ruben, I'm actually gonna whisper it to you, just because I want to see what your reaction is.
Ruben, you're Ruben.
Not, yeah. Versus the one that you came up with.
I mean, when you have to talk to your characters, you've really got to sit down with them.
I gotta say, maybe I like to think that I know a thing or two about businesses, but that right there, one of the best names I've ever seen. Well, you could even have like a spin-off version where you serve the food rare. You could it's raw.
Well, I don't want to tell anybody yet until I get more planned in it, but
Your secret's safe with me.
Okay. But I'll let you know.
You've got one investor already.
Yeah. All right. With that, Ruben is gonna, cause it's what was it? Carvat said he wanted to go to the smithy. I'm gonna say I also want to go to the stables at a certain point as well.
We should first go to the guardhouse, the watch house, whatever, to hand in the waiver for the bounty.
All right, the one we got for good old Roland Maris.
Yeah. They gave us a voucher, right, that we have to hand in somewhere.
Sure, and that'll give you more money to lose, right? I mean, more money to spend, right?
I still have some money. I mean, how expensive could good armor really be?
Oh, he
Is it
doesn't know.
Zenori almost spits his bean juice.
What, my raggedy friend? For once, I think I have something to teach you.
I'm not sure that I will like this lesson.
Well, you know what they say. It pays to learn.
Does it?
Well, you pay to learn.
Oh. All right. Like 5 gold or what? What are we talking here?
I'll walk
Right.
up behind both of them and kind of slap them on the shoulders and be like, let's go have a lesson in currency then, shall we?
So first to the guardhouse or whatever, where the Hall of Justice. Where do we need to go to hand this in?
Yeah, so there, you guys follow Colgar's directions from yesterday. But between you guys, there was at least one brain cell that essentially had those directions still active. It's hold on 2 seconds before I speak. Okay, so what is that? Yeah, so there is a smaller Hall of Justice nearby. It's essentially like, you know, of course, like no trials or anything. It's just essentially a jailhouse that holds people until they either get released or go to the higher ups. But, you know, it acts as like a little temporary waypoint. It's also doubles as the barracks for all of the local soldiers. And with that being said, Colgar is actually the one that greets you guys as he was walking out. And Zunori, he kind of pulls you aside for a second and he gives you an update on Mars. And he's like, I just want to let you know that they just took Mars out of here this morning. Yeah, sounds like people pretty high up want to talk to him. So thank you again for bringing him in.
Very good.
And he's going to be like,
So,
I may have talked them into a higher bounty for bringing him in alive, but you didn't hear that from me.
Hear what?
And he's like, you know, just, you're ever coming through, don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything.
Don't what? Sorry?
Hesitate to let me know if you need anything.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of wanders off.
Before you go, do you have any updates on the wizard cult?
No, the wizard's one thing, the cult's a different thing.
Cult's separate.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well,
Now, if it was a cult wizard, we'd be in trouble.
I don't know about the cult, or is it the wizard that I don't know about? I can't remember which.
I was told to
It's
ask you about the wizard.
Yeah, it's
the
the
cult
cult.
is
You
just
wizard.
the
Sorry.
cult is just a bunch of right-wing nut jobs causing problems.
In a nutshell.
I mean,
Well,
their
the
name
one I
is
know
even
about.
the hard right.
I'm pretty much just ask. I don't know if I know about the wizard. Do I know about the wizard? Oh, I can't remember.
You do, but roll me a history anyway, because I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. History. Nope.
Nope.
Luckily, It's an active.
Uh-huh. Right.
Right, the poison. Poison kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Oh, Zenori's ears perk up, and he realizes what's being said, and he says, wait. Where is this wizard, supposedly?
Here
For your
somewhere.
information.
Wait, oh, you're asking me? Not...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
From what, Curvat, I was about to call you Strawberry. I am so sorry.
Cranberry.
Wow.
Speaking of brain cells, from what Curvat has gathered, he has recent activity in Tirnalfheim. How recent?
I'll say to Carl, listen, and I'm going to take a serious tone and like lean right in and say, listen, I will let you know when we leave town. If you don't hear from me, you can assume that I'm in the city, and if you have any updates on this wizard, I'd much appreciate that you could let me know. This is high priority.
He straightens up and he's just absolutely sure.
As you were.
He's gonna deeply bow and toddle off.
All right, people.
Wait,
Let's go shopping.
Did we get money for that?
Yeah, you guys go in and turn in. Oh wait, so what?
No, you're right. Keep talking.
Yeah. You guys go on in and you just see a modest lobby area and a reception desk of sorts. And yeah, the lady behind it just kind of looks at all five of you and just like, picking up a friend?
Well, damn. Okay.
No, we dropped one off last night.
You may have recognized him. He was large, not as big as me, tended to not talk very much and turned away if you ever asked him anything.
You guys hear commotion in the back. That is definitely quite a few disgruntled, angry voices. Just think that's kind of a theme here.
Just a whole bunch of people in the back just keep turning around.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
grunting
people
and
don't
rolling
want to
over.
be here.
It's just it's all bars and the cells in the back, so they just keep grunting and rolling the other way, and then they see another guy. He has a grunt and roll back.
They're stuck in an endless loop.
Will it never end?
It's right. It's like a metaphor for crime.
I'll hand over the paperwork.
And she goes through it and just holds up a little magnifying glass to the writing, and she's like, well, fancy for you guys. Someone came in and helped prep your reward. It was definitely, and she starts gathering some stuff together from behind the part of the desk that you can't see. And she's like, you guys did us a great service. This guy was definitely causing a bunch of problems. And so I am very pleased. And she puts 5 large bags of gold on the counter. I would personally like to thank you, as now I have far less paperwork because you guys brought me alive. And these bags are the equivalent of 5,000 gold each.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ.
Speaking
5,000
as
each.
each. Speaking as the DM, I'm surprised you guys brought him in alive.
Oh my.
Let's
I mean,
just put it that way.
We promised Ruben we wouldn't kill everybody. I mean, technically, I think we promised him we wouldn't kill anybody.
We promised.
We did our
No,
best. We didn't kill a guy.
Listen, the two that were attacking me, they got away just fine. They got away naked, but they got away just fine.
It could have been Bob's your uncle.
Wait.
It wasn't exactly Bob's your uncle, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Your aunt.
It wasn't a full Betty's your aunt. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Jesus. Criminy.
It's a lot of money.
Holy crap. Yeah, what do we
Even
do with that much money?
Even Zenori's
She's
kind of like, whoa.
She's like, well, if you got, I mean, especially in this part of town, alleys get dark, pockets get picked. Trust me, we know. There is a bank that's just a few doors down if you guys need a safe place, and this bank is good for the entirety of Tier now. Fine.
Don't worry. I think I can spend it all.
Hold my
I-
beer.
I'm not sure that should be your goal.
Oh, isn't that what it's for? Wait. Isn't that what money's for? Is spending?
Carvot, you'd think somewhere in there you'd have the memory of somebody saying, "Don't spend it all in one place."
Yeah. Well, no. I'll probably spend it in like 2 or 3 places.
Oh, then that's fine.
I mean, like, potentially maybe we want to hold on to, like, a little bit in case we need, like, something in the future. Or, like, you could save some of it so you could buy something big in the future.
More than 5,000 gold big?
You never know. You get bored and you save enough, you could melt it into a giant statue of yourself. Like,
A giant statue of myself. No.
I think I can buy a building.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, Tsunori, you are slipped a letter as well while you guys are talking about this.
I'll just
Well,
turn
buy
to the
my own
side.
restaurant with this much money, I think.
Distracted by Carvat's horrible spending habits.
Probably.
Oh, I'm not distracted by that. I accept who you are.
It's just what it is.
Just can't even be surprised anymore.
not that
Fair.
I'm surprised. It's just there's a little bit of concern that he's actually gonna go through all 5,000 pieces of gold.
Oh, I know he's
Seems-
gonna go through all
it-
5,000 pieces of gold. I'm confident in you.
I mean, he said it as a joke, but also it might happen.
It might happen. How are we gonna teach him about proper spending habits if he's got all this money?
Just wait like a day, he won't have it anymore.
He'll probably save some for this. Send it back home.
Alright, so where the blacksmith?
Right. To the smithy. Let's get you a bit less fragile and puny, Carvot.
I could buy my own restaurant with this much money.
There's
Yeah.
there's no fixing how puny that one is, though.
Zenori will quickly tuck his little letter in his armor and turn him back around to everybody. Well, what's the plan now?
Oh, didn't you hear, Zenori? We're gonna go to the smithy and Carvot's gonna spend all of his money. In 2 places, at
No.
least.
Yeah, at least 2 places.
Zenori's just like, alright, bet.
Asada will lean into Zenori and say, "This is gonna be a great learning experience for him."
Zenori has his doubts.
yeah, so after leaving that place and getting your reward for turning in such a menace, and with a little directions from the locals, you guys managed to find the nearest crafter.
Right.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Alright. So you guys walk into what seems to be on brand for a crafter area. There's a bunch of pop-up market stalls, all filled with various sorts of goods, and this time there's a fairly short line going into the crafter's shop, which is a 2-story building, and the first story is hollowed out. You guys see these large fireplaces and kilns, and you also see, just kind of lined up outside of the actual work area is more pop-up, not stalls, but racks of armor and weapons, and there seem to be multiple people manning this shop. What would you like to do?
I just want you to know, all of you, that if we pulled our money, we could buy an airship. It's 20,000 golds. Like, we could go buy an airship.
Just looking up.
Yeah, I
How
think
much
this is
stuff
important
is.
information. Yes, I am, actually. This is important information to share. Okay.
How do you know we can buy an airship?
I'm quite literally looking up the whole list of equipment by price.
I
Just
do
starting
also
with
want to mention
the
that
highest price.
yeah, and something that will not be listed typically in 5e stuff is specific to this world is augmentation. You guys can get appearance changes, alterations, upgrades, whatever you want.
So yeah, I'm looking for some sort of magical dagger and upgraded armor. Some kind of leather, probably. Has to be light.
Okay. Um, Alright, there is, of course, an assortment of different light armors. You also find one that is a leather +2 and a studded leather +2.
Ooh. How much are those?
Let's see.
Yeah, I also need light armor, so.
Are you just going off of the equipment prices?
They're a basis. the studded leather will be 250, and the standard leather will be 200.
For the +2?
Gold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll buy this studded leather.
And then, Amberle, you're getting the standard leather?
Yeah.
It'll be the leather +2 when you go to add it to your inventory. As for the dagger...
Boom. 3 AC improvement. So much better.
Oh, Carbot, you're looking like a stiff breeze might not hurt you anymore.
I feel much better.
That you could take on at least 3/4 of a Maris.
Gotten much more nimble since that fight.
Alright, you are finding an assortment of, different daggers and weapons, but you notice, like, kind of further back in the shop behind one of the counters is a handful of different magical items. And of those, did you want to talk to somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, one of the...
Sorry, how much did you say it was costing me?
200.
200. Alright, one of the assistants kind of helps you, or, kind of sees you at the counter and says, "What you looking for, mate?"
So hoping to upgrade this dagger. It's just, regular dagger found in someone's back or something. But it's something a little bit more magical I think would do the trick.
And he's like, "Well, I mean, that kind of depends. Any particular magic flavor or budget?"
I mean, it's not really a budget, but what are the options? What can we do here?
He's like, "Well, we got a lot of these stock daggers that, are just kind of made. We can augment your weapons, or he can even make you totally new weapons. Especially if you don't have a budget, the sky's the limit."
Do you have
There was this one guy who came in and he asked for a sword that was hot without being on fire. Come to find out, he just wanted to cut bread and toast it at the same time. But he paid for it.
Hot.
I don't really know. Do you have like a menu?
I'll get a round of things.
A round of weapons for the shop.
Yeah, so you find daggers that are so big daggers, little daggers, poison daggers, frozen daggers. I mean, like all over the place. But he's like, if you want to go custom, I can pull the crafter for you, or he says the crafter's name. I can pull Nethra for you, and you can just talk to them directly.
I really don't know what I want. Do you have like options?
He's like,
I
well,
mean, I really only just dealt
let's
with
start
like
here. What's your fighting style?
I throw daggers at people.
Okay, and do you...
Sometimes, if they get closer, then I don't throw them and I just stab them.
Do you have a favorite element?
Not particularly. Should I have a favorite element? Am I doing this wrong?
Throwing daggers. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good one here. He's gonna pull out almost like a handkerchief and grab one off of the wall, kind of set it in front of you. You definitely seem like you can slip into a shadow or two. And this dagger kind of has a black Damascus kind of texture to its blade. And he's like, this one, Crafter calls a Soul Taker dagger.
What is that?
Like,
Big souls.
I mean, that sounds dangerous in this particular realm.
He's like, it can be, or it can be useful if your magic requires that. But the nice thing is, well, no, you do still have to recycle them afterwards. But, I mean, you don't have to worry about them coming back to haunt you.
Okay. How much? What is it? What does it do?
The description says, as the name suggests, the dagger could take the soul of another living being. This was, true for both material plane and abyss. Yes.
Are you looking on something that I should have access to, Richelle?
Maybe? It's a little...
Perhaps.
I'm just...
While they're talking, can I look around to see if they have anything like a sickle or light crossbow?
A sickle you don't find, but you definitely find an assortment of different crossbows.
Okay.
He pulls another one that he says it's called the Death Send, which that just sounds fun.
Death's End or Death Send?
Death Send.
That cleared up nothing.
As in, it sends people to death or it ends death.
But doesn't the dagger already send death?
I still don't know what the first dagger did. Now I have an even more confusing.
Well, there's the Soul
dagger.
Taker, there's the Death's End, you know. You'd think that some of these would be self-explanatory.
Are you
You got a little bit of a theme going on.
I don't have... Oh, in here.
How
All I'm
about
saying is
you get like a dagger of smiles?
A dagger of smiles.
Who are you, the fucking Joker?
Yeah, sounds terrible.
Oh, kill people with hideous laughter. All I'm saying is that there better be a dagger or a sword here called, I don't know, like the Killmaker or the Death Zone or the
Death
Deadlock.
Zone.
Or, you know, the Unaliver.
Unaliver.
Damn.
I mean, isn't
Okay.
that the death send?
No.
Wasn't
The
your-
death send makes sure that death gets to its destination. The unaliver just makes sure alive is undone.
It's like it's a sort of anti-healing.
Amberle.
I literally can't use the death send.
Oh, yeah.
It has its own morals. You can't use it to backstab or throw. It will sabotage its own attacks.
Yeah, so I sent you a few different options.
Mhm. I'll look them over if you want to take care of someone else's stuff for a little bit.
Yeah, but I do also just want to state that, as he mentioned, you can also work with the blacksmith to make a custom blade.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That works specially with you. You do be special. Alright, so crossbows.
But I also want to alter the quarterstaff I have.
How do you want to alter the quarterstaff you have?
I, for starters, want a slot to put my pearl in the quarterstaff.
Nice.
Okay, the slot and imbuement will be 500.
Okay. And then I was thinking, potentially like some type of, capping or a hook. That way I could use a net and then hook and pull the net.
So like a retractable net?
No, I would be able to throw and then it'd have like a hook to grab the edge of the net that I threw.
Wait, explain that all over again. Hold on.
Okay, so net is like a special weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I get a net, it traps them, right? But if I can hook the net, then I can move them. Quarterstaff has.
Oh, okay, so you want to give the quarterstaff that ability.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Kind of a hook and pull ability. Okay, that will cost an additional 1,000.
Apparently it was me we had to worry about.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure these daggers will be expensive.
Cool. And then here I did want to get a crossbow. And ball bearings, actually.
Okay, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings is 1 gold.
Yes.
And then crossbow. Did you want to look at magic crossbows or just standard or custom?
I guess we can look at magic crossbows.
Okay, did you want a single hand crossbow, a heavy crossbow, or light crossbow?
Light crossbow.
Light crossbow, okay. The assistant that is helping you pulls one out and says, "You know what? This one kind of suits your style. It is a vicious crossbow. I will pop that one into your whisper.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, this one will sell for 750 gold.
750?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I burned the fuck through that gold. Holy crap.
It doesn't take much.
Apparently not. No airship for us right now, I guess.
Maybe next time.
My bad, y'all. I just burned through over 2,500 gold.
Alright, who's next?
You right?
I would like to buy some things. So it's gonna walk up, showcase his armor and his sword, and say, "See, in quite a while ago, I was in a fight with a few of the undead, and they knocked me around something fierce. If I can't really stand up to protect any of my mates over here, I'm gonna be in a bit of trouble. Might have something a bit more, some heavy armor that's a bit more suited to fighting. Oh, and as far as my sword's concerned, it's a bit nicked up. Might need a new one. Would you have something that's maybe a bit magical? Maybe if it was like really hot, on fire even, but the fire's optional, not for cutting bread." Yeah, that'd be right. That'd be right nice.
You.
Alright, so you want new armor, but upgraded from your current one?
Yeah.
So in total, your new armor will be about 400 for the base cost. Or no, excuse me, I read that wrong. 800 for the base cost, 400 for additional fitting.
Right, yeah.
So 1,200 total. And you get the +2 variant of your armor.
I'd see it. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah. That's the thing. Lintet biology always requires a bit more finessing after the fact.
And then, what kind of a sword are you looking for?
I want something that says, "This guy's really tough, so please surrender if you value your life and your arms and your heads." So either something that's like on fire, or something that's really loud, like harmfully loud, like shatteringly loud.
Like really loud.
Really? It's like, normally when I swing something, normally when I swing my sword, it's kind of like flick. But I'm looking for something that's more like choom. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
Yep.
Nods agree.
I just pictured Hassan's, like, as he's going really loud. Just every time he says it just a little bit louder.
Just really loud. Like, really loud.
Alright, give me 2 seconds here to pull up your great swords.
Actually, could it be a bit of a long sword, or because great sword might be a bit of a two-handed affair for me.
Oh, so longsword?
Right. I want to still have a shield.
You're looking for a better sword, not a great sword.
Let's go
Ah,
with best
better
sword
sword.
here.
Kind of a superior sword.
So they do, you mentioned fire, like the loud part just disrupted every brain cell in the assistant's brain. But when you said fire, there was a click, and he pulls out the flame tongue longsword.
Ooh. What's all this then?
Or even a flame tongue greatsword? Or is
No,
or
no,
are you
it's
using
a
long swords?
superior sword.
No, he just wants a better one. He doesn't want a great one. He just wants a better one. And this one carries the price tag of $27.50.
Wow, 27 gold and 50 silver.
Excuse me.
Right, I was just joking. Just joking. And I sort of
Smooth.
ears droop down.
About as smooth as sandpaper.
Well, I do like the idea of... I do like the sound of flame tongue. So, it's on fire, right? How loud is it? Is it like a little loud? You know, kind of like, not maybe boom, but at least a woof.
My one request, I personally don't know its volume, but my one request is when you try it, you do so away from here. Far away, please.
I make most of a promise that would be what I do.
Alright, and then, he's like, alright, well, if you want to go with this, we will need to set a command word for you for it.
Man.
Dude, can I recommend you something?
Ruben, you seem to have an
No,
idea.
you may not.
What? I come up with great names for things.
I speak on behalf of all of the Ryan. No.
You should.
I'll take this one on.
Oh, well, I'll message it to you. It's nothing crazy. Where are you?
Cook.
Oh,
Why do I picture the Fantastic Four fire guy?
You
Can't
picture the
close.
fantastic
Did I get it?
fire guy?
I'm basically trying to avoid just screaming out "flame on," but you know that's the first thing that comes into my head.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's also Thundercats. Oh.
Right.
Oh my God! Yes.
It's an excellent idea. And what I'm thinking is that, you know, if you know when I'm breaking out this sword in all of its flaming glory, you know, that's when things are going to get real scorched earth around. So if there's one thing that I know that means scorched earth, it's bet easier aunt.
So the assistant was like, "That, are you gonna be able to remember that? Because that does seem a little bit." But you know what? I'll say it. But you just gotta be aware that if you say it out of combat, it will still ignite.
Never be able to say it outside of combat.
But at what cost?
You know, whatever you pick, the rest of us are just going to try to keep getting you to say it.
What once again?
So it's
Was it
real.
Bob's your aunt?
No,
Bucko?
it's. You know what?
You know, it's okay if you forgot to decide. That's fine. We'll figure it out eventually.
The risk that I'm willing to take. Let's go with it.
All right.
He's your aunt.
The assistant takes it back to the crafter real quick and gets the code word augmented to your sword. And
We
they
just have to
sheath
make
it.
sure that everything was Bob's your uncle.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, is it sheathed or unsheathed? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna assume that you need it to be unsheathed for
Yeah,
Ignite.
that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just speaking pragmatically there. Yeah, they sheath it and hand it back to you, and they're like, "All right, you are
Fantastic.
the terrifying new owner of this terrifying sword."
Aha! Oh, don't worry. I'm on the side of the law. Perhaps you've seen my armor.
Yeah,
And he's like,
oh, if that'll make him feel better.
How you doing over there, Carvat?
Huh?
For
You were
daggers.
deciding.
Oh. Yeah. I was deciding. I was trying to
Totally
figure
did
out.
not get distracted.
I was trying to
The
figure out
decider.
something that would maybe like do a little extra psychic damage as like just for like memory type stuff that would flavor with Carvat better.
Okay, so that's where we can go into custom making you a dagger.
Yeah.
So psychic
dagger
damage or
of-
just psychic ability?
I mean, either really, I guess. Depends on what you had in mind.
Let's do the base is dagger +1.
Yep.
Let's add on. Oh, I don't have my books here. What is your current? Hold on.
My current what?
Hold on. 2 seconds, sorry.
My current dagger? It's just a dagger.
No, my brain. I was like, oh, I was thinking your current hit dice, because I have an idea.
Oh. We can work it out later too. We'll have some time.
Yeah, so let's work
We
it
want to
out.
finish up when people are buying.
Yeah, let's work it out. We'll do psychic damage.
Give us some
And
minutes,
I'm gonna, for now, my notes, I'm just gonna put, for the ability, memory extraction.
That's what I was trying to think of, something that would do sound like that, but have a mechanic that would matter in some meaningful way in the game.
Yeah, I mean, for your character's situation, it would definitely come with potential drawbacks. If, like, chances to backfire. Yeah, like burning your fur on a sword because you accidentally said the words.
Never.
But yeah, so we'll say psychic damage and some form of memory ability or drainage.
Drainage. I'm not sure I like that word.
Don't want to take souls. Don't want to send death. Don't want to drain.
Well, the death send literally is the worst rogue dagger possible.
Simply don't do rogue things. Come on.
It is a +4 dagger, but you can't use it for backstabbing or throwing. The dagger sees those as dishonorable and just won't do it.
It simply says no.
So, for the drainage, you would be able to drain essentially some of their life force, some of their aether. The base for all life and all magic in the world is aether. And you would be able to drain out some of their core aether, which would have some of their memories infused in it, but you would essentially be able to repurpose that aether either to recover some of your own memories, or recover spell slots or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. We can work that out though.
Okay, yeah, we'll work it out later, but yeah, for the record, I think that
that sounds good.
Okay. Alright. Who's next?
Nori?
Oh, and that dagger, in game will be ready for you in the morning at the cost of 1,500.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I had to send it to you in my whisper. Can I get a net here, or do I have to get it elsewhere?
There's a general store shop nearby that, like, right next door, that you get it from.
Okay.
And it's just 5 gold. Hold on. Let me double check. Oh no, just 1 gold.
Even better.
Even better.
Oh, and for your crossbow purchase, it came with 20 bolts.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Come on, we got a line forming outside. Who's next?
Zanori?
Yep. I'll walk up to the counter and I'll pull out my in quotations katana and lay it on the counter and say, I do believe that this is some of the crafter's work. His name is... Just check my notes.
So I'm just gonna say right out the gate that when you pull that sword out, the assistant's gonna be baffled by it and just be in awe. But he will call the other crafter over because it's not your average sword. And
Barami.
the other crafter will be like, "Oh, that's..." He's gonna be like, "Oh, that is definitely insert name here."
All right. Sorry, I'm chewing on my ice.
No, you're fine. We just need the name. Oh my god.
Karami is the crafter's name.
What?
I think Karami. I think it's Karami. Or
that doesn't sound right.
That could be the one that gave us our tattoos.
It's the one that gave us the tattoos.
Right, the one in Chenogawa. Karamai.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, it wasn't the one you guys met in Orkney that rebuilt the house.
No, I don't think
That
so.
was totally
No.
one. Yeah. Moshi with the feels.
Yeah, so I'll say everything's pretty much perfect, and it's fairly ornate. It actually has like a flattened version of Inerzial's shield in as the handguard, and
Yeah.
I was thinking, could I get vines etched into the blade up the length, and magical properties? I'm not too sure. I would like some magical properties imbued into it.
What about making it loud?
Maybe not loud, but
Sing
definitely
out.
proud. What do you think you can do with this blade? I am a cleric of Inerzial, if that helps at all. I don't know if that helps you.
The crafter's gonna be like, oh, well, you know, a cleric of inertia, we can definitely add some radiant damage to it. And as she's talking, she's she's just like tapping the blade, and the vines are getting etched into the blade as you guys are talking. And she's like, but if you don't want, you know, radiant damage, we could definitely, you know, like, hey, with the vines, we can go poison or necrotic or, you know.
Radiant's fine.
Okay.
Both.
Both. You just like poison. Poison.
That's
radiant.
besides the point.
I'm gonna say on top of its current damage, it can now do 1d8 of radiant.
Wow. What?
And the crafter is gonna, you know, sit there and work with it, and she's gonna be like, you know, Nethra and I shared a class together, so any way I can one up her, I'll take it. And hands the sword back.
Could I let her know? And will that take any time?
For that one specifically, no, that was simple enough. But she definitely charged you at a discount of just 150 gold for the imbuement.
The imbuement. Ooh.
Get imbued.
But then the etching, for some reason, that wasn't mentioned in the cost. Fluttered away.
Zenori kind of taken aback. Well, I feel like this needs an accompaniment. Feeling bad for not spending enough money. Could I get a shorter version of this sword as well?
The crafter tosses it around and, you know, kind of looks at the blade. Did you not use a special material for the blade? No, that was Ryan's. Never mind.
That was Ryan's. Yeah, his was like meteorite or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she chews it around for a bit, and she's like, I can have one ready for you in the morning.
Very well. Well, in that case, I'll have that one imbued with necrotic if possible.
Okay, so in total for the services will be about 2,000.
Excellent.
And then it'll just be a dagger version, mechanically.
More like a short sword.
Yes.
Yeah. Like wakizashi and katana. Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you did there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, he is the last samurai.
Or is he
Some
the
would say-
first?
Bum, bum, bum. happy with his purchase, he'll turn to Reuben, give him a nice, gentle slap on the shoulder, and give him a reassuring nod and smile.
I don't want anything.
I mean, it'd probably be good for you to have something to protect yourself with. Or they could probably make you a really nice chef's knife.
What about a hat?
A hat?
I mean, you know, chefs wear hats.
Chef's hat or some.
Yeah, but
make
I
wings
already have a
out of-
hat.
That kind of work with metal. I'm not sure that would be the most comfortable.
Just a steel.
Steel
chef.
rim.
Still. You trying to give me like
Plot twist, it
Odd
doubles
job
as a
hat.
Dutch oven.
No, I think I have better use for what I want to do with this money. I don't really need any trinkets.
You don't need a spell-focused staff or anything like that?
I
A wand, maybe?
no, I don't
Bottom line,
think so.
you could
I
use a
got
bottom
all my stuff in this pouch.
Okay.
It's a big pouch.
And Zenori's gonna like snap to it and go, ooh. And he looks at Natters. Would you like some claw extensions?
Oh, could be such a pretty bird. Look at the baby with its little claws.
Big claws.
It like definitely does a little happy dance, and then Natters also starts like kind of scratching at his neck, but you see like he's pointing out that maybe he'd like a little pretty too.
I'll turn back to the counter and say, I would also like some aesthetically. What's the word I'm looking for? Practical, that's the word. I'd like some aesthetically practical claw extensions for my bird here.
The crafter's like, we can manage that. That is just adorable, and starts working with Natters on the claws.
He like does little like it's clearly tickling him, and he like nibbles at their hand like, stop it.
And after a small spell, Natters is done, and that just costed you 20 gold.
Rachel, check your DMs, please. Or whisper chat, I mean.
One of them two things.
Yeah.
Changes. Amberle, I'm kind of confused by your whisper.
Oh, that's a list for me.
Oh, okay.
Bird brain.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I guess I'll. So Ruben will approach the counter and ask, "I'm not looking for any really tools or items or objects. I'm more interested in knowledge. I kind of want to, whether it be a book or perhaps a focus or something. I'm trying to learn new ways to use the magic I already know.
And what magic would that be?
Ruben, let me see what spells I have right now. Oh wait, I can use a cantrip. So Ruben will essentially. There's fire in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, he'll like kind of take some powder out of his hand and just blow it as it engulfs the fire, changing its color and starting to move and shape into the reflection of the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper's just like, so you like to play with fire, eh? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I mean, not particularly. I mean, I've just worked with fire, so I know how to use it. I mean, all the other stuff I have is a bit louder. And I guess I could do this, and he'll just from his little pouch, he'll take out we had beans yesterday, so yeah, he'll just take out one of the beans that he messed with, and he's like, here, eat this. It's magically imbued.
The crafter says, oh, I don't. Very skeptical of you. I was like, oh, I don't need to eat it to see what this could do.
Inspect it then.
Yeah, no, she already did. And she just kind of looks at you incredulously and says, so you want to learn more about you want to learn how to hone your gifts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am hoping to use them in different ways.
Are you prepared to commit to honing your gifts? Because it's no easy feat.
Yeah, I mean, I already attend the college here. That's, well, not here, but within the, I think it was the inner ring of the, capital? Or second ring?
Which one?
Mid ring. Gosh, I forgot what it was called already. It was a huge name that I came up with that was terrible.
Insert name here, School of Culinary Arts.
Something gastronomy.
I've just been
Yeah.
calling it Yum in my head.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
In any case, the crafter does kind of giggle hearing that you studied at a culinary school, but
Multi-gastronoma.
tosses
Multi-gastrona.
Oh, there we go. Tosses her head back and forth a little bit while she's thinking, and she's gonna be like, you know what? She's gonna reach under the counter, and you hear her like moving stuff back and forth, and she's gonna pull out what appears to be almost like a yellow copper. It's not quite gold, it's not quite copper, and she's just gonna, you just see her turn her hand, and as she turns it, it morphs and forms into what it essentially looks like a very ornate medallion. And it has, depicted, it's in the shape of a gear with, various blacksmith tools on the top. And she's just going to hand this to you. And she's going to be like, this is your choice. But all you need to do is take that to the portal keepers in the city. And they will see to it that you get passage to where you need to go.
Thank you.
And she'll be like, best of luck, but I do recommend you get your affairs in order before you embark.
Will do. As Ruben, knowing that he was gonna get something like this, kind of just thanks them and walks out the shop. Yeah, so Ruben will just be kind of just outside, just kind of waiting for everybody to leave.
And I think we got everyone. A couple of you guys need to return in the morning.
Yes. Mhm.
Yep.
And I think that's it. Alright, where to next? Or what else do you guys need to do?
The potion store.
Ah, yes, the potion store.
Alright, this one just happens to be across the way a little bit. It kind of makes it nice that they're adjacent to each other, just so that way, if the crafter needs any specific materials for imbuement, it's not too far. But upon walking in, you see a gaunt fellow at the counter, and he's working with a couple of different things. What are you guys looking for?
I'm basically looking for healing potions for backup.
Alright, he has one rare potion, which is 2,500 gold. Or he's got a handful of uncommons for 250. And then, of course, commons for 50.
The uncommons 250 each?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just grab the 250 ones.
Ruben will bring the rocks to the counter and ask the attendant, I have these rocks. Am I able to sell them here? Or perhaps exchange them for a potion?
Is there a particular potion you are looking for? Oh no!
No.
We lost somebody.
Hold on, let me ask him.
I'm looking for a potion that would help to clear someone's mind, help them focus. Oh.
Yep. She had to abscond.
Abscond. Our DM has absconded.
She disengaged.
You know what this means?
Anarchy?
Time for a good old coup d'etat. Oh, never mind. She's back.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It was short-lived.
Sorry.
No, we do need to start calling it a night, though. I just looked at the time. But yeah, so what potion did you want to look for in particular?
Something that can clear someone's mind, help them to remember things.
This alchemist does not specifically have anything like that. He recommends you to go to the Hall of Memory.
Will
We need
these...
to go there anyways.
Yeah, we need to go there. Yeah. Alright. Ask him if he wants to buy any of these rocks.
He's willing to get, he does raise an eyebrow, and he's willing to give you about 700 for the lot.
Okay, wait. Sorry, I'm doing math right now.
It's a risk.
Okay. Does anybody have any use for these? I don't know what to do with them. I'm gonna ask before I sell them.
Not off the top of my head.
Nope. I mean, I kind of like the look of that tiger's eye, but that may be the bias talking.
All right. I sell the stones for the 700, and I divide it into portions of 4, and I hand it to the 3 of them.
Fantastic.
Or the 4 of them, yeah. So you each get 175.
Zenori will hand his portion back and say, save it for your restaurant.
It's an investment.
Thanks. I'll take the 175. Oh, Ruben has too much gold. He's got too much gold and nothing to use it for.
I may also bank.
Get a robe of stars, that'll set you back.
Did you still want to send a letter to your family?
Yeah, I did, and also to the dean, and I also want to send one to one other person, which I'll keep a mystery because I don't remember their name off the top of my head.
A mystery.
Okay,
Mystery to
so
all.
we will. Let's go ahead and bookmark here, and that'll
Yep.
give you an opportunity to write out these letters, and then just
All
whisper
right.
them to me. Make sure each letter is clearly marked who it's going to, and of course if you're sending anything along with them, and then we'll visit that on before the next session. Yeah, so like I said, as it stands, we will reconvene in 2024. And as much as I'll miss you guys, I'm just very excited. I'm very excited to just
Relax.
disconnect. Oh my gosh, yeah, just disconnect and turn my brain off, and but I still will have internet access, and I will still probably be popping on here and there, but definitely not responding to any fires or anything like that. But yeah, so January, February-ish, I'll probably reach out in January, like mid-January, because if people travel for the beginning of the new year, and I'll poke everyone for schedules around that time. I think the spring semester starts in February or March, if I'm not mistaken, or does it start in January?
No. I'm not even gonna have to worry about the spring semester by then. 'Cause
Aww.
your boy
Oh.
finished up this semester.
Oh, nice!
Epic.
Congrats.
The
Signed up
congratulations.
for my final review.
I'm pretty sure it starts in February.
Okay. So yeah, we'll visit schedules in January, to see how starting will work. So maybe it'll be Wednesday nights again. Maybe it won't be. We'll see. Other than that, I definitely wish everyone will have an amazing rest of the semester and do amazing on your midterms and your finals. Show them what you got, and happy holidays and all the 9 yards. And of course, still don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything, but I do apologize if there are long response times. With that being said, stay safe, stay nerdy, stay you, and we'll see y'all next year. Bye!
Yeah.